Hi, I'm Leah Metha and I'm going to share with you 10 rapid fire do's for a job interview and 5 big don'ts. Let's get straight into it. Okay, number 1 on the do list, be prepared. Make sure you've done some homework beforehand, that you've got some great examples linked to the selection criteria, if there are some, to answer the questions. Number 2, dress for success. What does this mean? The general rule of thumb is go for one level higher than you'd be expected to wear in that job. So if you're going for a tradie position, you're not going to turn up in a full suit and tie. However, you would wear slacks and an open collared shirt probably. Number 3, put your phone away. Don't even take it in with you. I know it's the security blanket, but leave it in the car. You don't want to be distracted. You certainly don't want to be using it or have it going off when you're in the job interview. Number 4, breathe. You're going to be nervous, so take a few big deep breaths beforehand, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and shake off that last minute nervous energy. It's a great idea to go for a walk or do some form of exercise the morning before a job interview because it's about getting rid of some of those nerves. Number 5, greet people warmly. Okay, greet people warmly from the receptionist through to the senior manager. I know of some organisations that after the interview's finished, they go out to the receptionist and say, who did you like? And the reason they do that is because the real measure of someone is how they treat people when they don't think anyone's watching, or they're not the person that you're trying to impress. It's also important in the job interview to sound enthusiastic. Have a bit of energy about you. Show that you actually care and want this job. Number 6, arrive early. Okay, could be roadworks on the way, anything can go wrong. So aim to get there about 20 minutes to half an hour before, but don't go in yet. Wait in the car, do your last minute revision, take some big deep breaths, but don't walk into the business until 10-15 minute max early, because it can get awkward if you get there too early when other people are coming in and out for interviews. So 10 to 15 minutes you actually go in. Use body language to your advantage. Okay, make sure your shoulders are back, you're walking in confidently, standing tall, and when you sit down, same thing, you're sitting up tall, hands might be clasped in front of you or in your lap, but you're not hunching, you're not crossing your arms. And you might think, well, of course I wouldn't do that. But when you're nervous, you can do some pretty crazy things. Take a one-pager in with you. Now, a lot of people don't realise they can do this. If you've done some work preparing examples, have them just in dot points, just as prompts. You don't want a word-for-word script, just a dot point reminding you of your examples. Have it on a one-pager, take it in with you. Put it off to the side. Your aim is to not need to look at it, but if you get stumped by a question, it's there to prompt your response. Do pause. Okay, we think we have to answer the question straight away, and sometimes we then get halfway through going, oh, this isn't even really what I wanted to say. It is okay to ask for a question to be repeated. It is also okay to ask to come back to a question. You might say, I really want to think about that a bit more. Could we go on to another question and come back to that? You can do that. And number 10, ask them a question. So have one prepared. They will ask you at the end, do you have any questions for us? Make sure you do. And it's not a question about hours or pay or anything like that. A question that shows your interest and that you have done the homework. It might be, what do you see as the top priority for this role for the next 6 months, or something like that. Let's look at the don'ts. Okay, don't talk yourself down. It's a very Australian thing to do. We don't like to sound up ourselves or to talk ourselves up, but for goodness sake, if ever you're going to own your success, it's in a job interview. So don't talk yourself down, don't be negative. By the same token though, don't lie or overstate your abilities. Absolutely talk up what you do, but don't exaggerate it, don't make things up because you will get found out. Don't fiddle. Okay, you know, some people will have a pen or something with them and they'll end up clicking the end of it, or they'll find they're doing some fiddly thing without even realizing it. So again, that's why hands in your lap or hands clasped can be a good way of stopping fiddling. Don't swear, okay? Not in a job interview. Even if they're being very casual with you, don't swear. Because what they're trying to see is, do you know what's appropriate for a situation? So even if you know the person interviewing you and they're being really casual, don't forget that they are actually judging you for the job. So keep it professional. And number 5, no matter how the interview goes, at the end, when you walk away, don't beat yourself up. You did it. Celebrate that. Even if it was a bit of a train wreck and it didn't go well, look for the learnings. What would you do differently next time? What would you do better next time? And remember, success is being able to walk away at the end knowing that you gave it your best shot, whether you get the job or not. Good luck. Go out there, do the interview, and I hope you nailed the job. Cheers.